Jesus is God. The Sabbath proves it. The ultimate proof that Jesus is God. For centuries, skeptics and non-believers have argued that Jesus never claimed to be God. They say he was a great teacher, a prophet, or even just a man. But what if the Bible itself held an undeniable truth, one that not only proves Jesus is God, but also exposes a great deception? The answer lies in an often overlooked commandment, the Sabbath. Today, we will uncover a truth that no skeptic can disprove, that Jesus is the Lord of the Sabbath, and because of that, he is God. Step 1. Who owns the Sabbath? To prove Jesus is God, we must start with an undeniable biblical fact. The Sabbath belongs to God alone. Let's examine 3 key Old Testament scriptures. Exodus 20:10. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. The Sabbath does not belong to Israel. It does not belong to Moses. The Sabbath is the Lord's. It is God's personal possession. Isaiah 58:13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day. God calls the Sabbath my holy day. Not Israel's day. Not the Jews' day. God's day. Ezekiel 20:12. Moreover also, I gave them my Sabbaths, to be a sign between me and them, that they might know that I am the Lord that sanctify them. The Sabbath is a sign that points to who God is. The Sabbath identifies the true God. If the Sabbath is God's sign, if the Sabbath is God's holy day, if the Sabbath belongs to no one else but God, then what happens when Jesus claims ownership of it? Step 2. Jesus declares himself Lord of the Sabbath. Now, let's look at the New Testament, where Jesus makes a shocking statement. Matthew 12:8. For the Son of Man is Lord, even of the Sabbath day. Let that sink in. The Sabbath belongs to God. It is God's holy day. It is God's sign. Yet Jesus claims he is Lord of it. This is not a minor claim. This is not symbolic language. Jesus is taking ownership of something that belongs exclusively to God. Let's put it another way. Can a prophet claim to be Lord of the Sabbath? No. Can an angel claim the Sabbath as his? No. Can a mere man say he is Lord of the Sabbath? No. The only one who can be Lord of the Sabbath is the one who made it, God. By saying he is Lord of the Sabbath, Jesus is making an unmistakable claim to divinity. He is God. Step 3. Jesus, the creator of the Sabbath. Now, let's go even deeper. Who created the Sabbath? Genesis 2:2-3. And on the 7th day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the 7th day. And God blessed the 7th day and sanctified it. The Sabbath was established at creation. But now look at this. John 1-3. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Colossians 1:16. For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth. Who created the Sabbath? God. But who does the Bible say created everything? Jesus. If Jesus is the creator, then he is the one who made the Sabbath. That's why he is Lord of it, because he is the God who created it. Step 4. What this means for skeptics. If Jesus is not God, then answer these questions. How can Jesus claim to be Lord of the Sabbath when the Sabbath belongs to God? How can the Sabbath be God's holy day in the Old Testament but belong to Jesus in the New? How can Jesus be Lord of something he did not create? Unless he is the creator? Skeptics, you cannot escape this truth. The Sabbath proves Jesus is God. If you deny Jesus' divinity, then you must explain why the Sabbath belongs to him, how he has the authority to claim something God alone possesses. You can't. The only answer is the truth the Bible has declared all along: Jesus is God.